what's up, y'all? This your boy Casey Phil, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I've been watching NBA playoffs, and I'll be honest with you, I feel like I got a better watch off watching the playoffs than Dynamite tonight. I saw Dynamite tonight, and I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all. This episode was kind of mid for me. Just not to take place that there was some good wrestling on the show, some decent storylines that's being started up or continuing or whatever, but there's a lot of stuff on this show that I was asking myself, I really don't care nothing about it. I really don't, and it shouldn't be on here. It's a waste of time. But, like I say, some of y'all might think, hey, this was a fire episode of Dynamite. It probably was a fire episode of you. But when I saw what I saw tonight, I'm glad I was watching Boston and Brooklyn and then a little bit of Toronto and Sixers, and then watching the Bulls handle the business against the Bucks right now. Hopefully they can hold on to this lead so they get out of here and they come on back out this way for Game 3 on Friday night. Let me tell y'all something. The news about the Super Show, what's it called, Forbidden Door. Listen, I know clowns that was telling me about this about a week ago. Then you had people inside folk talking about it. That wasn't really no shocker to me. I'm like, listen, I told you, I don't look. I know of New Japan, but you know, to me, this is for the people who just insane. They can't live without wrestling. They just can't live without it. So, you know, I'm happy for y'all. Yeah, it's coming back over here. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I kind of think we have a little bit way too many shows out this way. We just do. I think TK gonna have to venture out. Maybe All Out might have to be somewhere else this time since you bringing this new show over here, which is taking place on June 26th. But yeah, you're gonna have to figure out, like, you want to do something, cause you know, certain cats like me, you know, I'm not really that all thrilled about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, when you got so many clowns on the internet that know everything ahead of time, nothing is a surprise anymore, and they made it as this was going to be groundbreaking. It's really not. The ratings, I expect the ratings to be probably about 800K because everybody was too busy watching the playoffs. I know, like me, I was watching the playoffs. I felt the playoffs was better. I'm going to tune into the playoffs. I'm like, yes, AEWDynamite is a point in television, but sometimes it ain't. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, they just throwing stuff together, trying to get a rating, trying to spark a rating, and I'm like, you know, it's just not popular. It really ain't, you know. And like I said, Tony Khan, right now, me and Tony Khan we ain't on good terms right now. I'll be honest with you. We just not. Like I said, Tony Khan is a decent promoter. He ain't looking like Booker of the Year right now. And then folk clowns are gonna say, you better not say, no, Vince McMahon's not Booker of the Year either. Vince McMahon not even in that conversation. But as of right now, Tony Khan's just doing a whole lot of crap just to be doing a whole lot of crap because he think this is what's gonna get cats to tune in AEW. No, it's not. No, this is not. This ain't it. This ain't it, Captain. This ain't it. Like I said, you got to get cast to care, and we ain't caring. It's a waste of time. We're not gonna give no care. It's a waste of time, dude. It's truly is a waste of time. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You just doing stuff, just trying to appease clowns that stroke your junk all day long. I know people are gonna be mad at me after this. I'm like, I don't care. I do not care. I told you, I don't care, man. I don't care. Right now, me and AEW, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm hanging in there. I want AEW to grow. I want AEW to be good. But when you putting on lackluster television, let's break down this show. So, we open up the show. CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes. This actually was a very good match. Now, the reason why this match took place, Dustin called that man out on Rampage. He said, I never wrestled you one-on-one, and you're going to get the very best of Dustin Rhodes. We're going to tear it up. And boy, did they tear it up. And can I be honest with you? Can I be 1,000%? Mr. Dustin Rhodes was out wrestling CM Punk. Dustin Rhodes, at the old age he is, was he pushing 60 something? I don't know how old he is. The man was out wrestling CM Punk. And the story of this matchup was about that man's knee. It was all about Dustin Rhodes' knee. I paid close attention because, see, when you got old school wrestlers, the best thing about old school wrestling is the storytelling that's being told. And the one thing I can appreciate between CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes, they was trying to tell an epic story. And the story was great. I liked it. This was an excellent opener. They was out there doing work. Dustin was doing work. The fans was going crazy. It was a split decision. You had fans talk about let's go Dustin, and you had folks saying let's go CM Punk. When you got a split crowd like that, you know your match is off the chain. You just know. You know your match is off the chain. CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes putting in that work. They doing what they got to do. You know, I don't care nothing about picture in picture. Fast forward that crap because thankfully I was watching Brooklyn versus Boston. That series right now is 2-0 Celtics. We're going to see what if Brooklyn can bounce back. Because if they don't win Game 3, that series is done. CM Punk tried to do to go to sleep, but his arm gave out. So I don't know if he really is hurt or he just playing along. And he countered that, and he did a roll-up, got the 1, 2, 3. They embraced each other, they hugged each other, they shook each other's hand. Sportsmanship, excellent, right? CM Punk was walking off, and whose music hits? Because he started doing the championship thing. He wants that title. Hangman Page came walking out, and the crowd popped. Pittsburgh is listen. Pittsburgh majority of the show, Pittsburgh was wild. Pittsburgh was live. Pittsburgh was in their bag. They was doing work. Kudos to the fans in Pittsburgh, but they popped for Hangman. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea how I'm going to feel about this match and the storyline that we get ready to get with these two. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. I don't know. CM Punk is definitely going to beat that man, but I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, to be honest with you. Am I ready for CM Punk to win the championship? I don't think so. Listen, I know he's going to win the championship. I know that. I said it. He's going to beat Hangman. It's already set in stone. He's going to beat him. But I just don't know how I'm going to feel about this title run. I don't know. And just like with Brian, CM Punk might have to work heel. He might have to work heel. Because Hangman is over like a mug. Hangman is over. He is over. So this is going to be the battle of the talkers. Now, obviously, CM Punk is going to win this. He's going to win this game. CM Punk is going to win this easy. Because Hangman is a decent promo. But when you're dealing with CM Punk, you already know. All hands off. And the fact that CM Punk is going to have to play heel, this is going to be very interesting how they kind of match up and everything. I don't want them wrestling each other. I just want this to be promo battles. Somewhere down the line, TK probably going to have a clown tag team match because that seems to be the end out. It seems like everybody know it's this whole, let's just see if they can coexist. I don't know what that is about wrestling. Wrestling fans love that. Wrestling promoters love that foolishness. It's always, can two baby faces coexist? That's how it is before they finally meet up in the championship. We doing the matchup at Double or Nothing. That's all I care about. Get this to Double or Nothing. We're doing it. He walked out. He looked at the man. He did this. He looked at him, and he walked off. And he did this, and fans went crazy. That's it. That's how you started off. This is how we're going to start this thing off. So, that's that. So, CM Punk wins the opener. Very good opener. I appreciate these two. It's old school. See, a lot of people don't appreciate the old school wrestling. We so caught up in the apologize about that. We so caught up in the flips and dives and all this foolishness. I'm like, look, flips and dives is fine, but give me an old school style wrestling match. Give me cats grappling it up. Give me cats doing submission moves on each other. Give me cats trying to tell a story while they wrestling. I don't care nothing about all the spot stuff. You can do the spot stuff here and there, but for me, if you want to get my interest, showcase what you know in the ring. Don't just be jumping off the ropes and flipping and kicking and all that bull crap. I ain't got to see all that. I don't. So, first segment, fine. TK nailed it out the park. So, we move on. Talked about that. Now, earlier today, they showcased Warlow coming through. The security clowns and Mr. Smart Mark Sterling was waiting on him. They said, before you could do anything, here's the contract. You got to have your hands in your handcuffs. All you got to do, go to the locker room, get dressed for your match. You come out with the handcuffs on. Oh, and the word from MJF, you're nothing more than, he called him, said S something, and he a pig and all that stuff. And then all Warlow said was, oink, oink, B. Listen, bona fide star. When Tony Khan wants to present you in a positive light, when Tony Khan wants to get behind you, he's going to push you to the moon. Mr. Warlow is a star. You cannot tell me that. He reminds me a lot of Batista when Batista was going on his run in WrestleMania 21. This is great. I love the segment. I was laughing. Great segment. Then we get the trios match. The Blackpool Combat Club versus Leemoriarty, Dante Martin, and Brock Anderson. Now the question I'm asking myself is, where the heck is Darius? Can somebody tell me something? He just came back. I hope my man ain't hurt again. I just pray he's not hurt, because it's like, dog, we want to see Top Flight in the tag team. I'm tired of seeing Dante just do this for no reason. Because all Dante's, to me, Dante is just out there just to do spots now. He's not really out there to showcase, because we know what he going to bring to the table. We already know that. I want to see Top Flight start getting reasonable wins so that they could put their name out there to potentially go up for the tag team titles. But Tony Khan ain't interested. I told you, if Tony Khan wants to get behind you, he'll push you to the moon. And pushing somebody to the moon ain't just having them go out there just to lose 50 million matches. Because that seems what a lot of people think. You did that foolishness with Yuta, but Yuta is on the roll right now. Yuta is the pure Ring of Honor champion. He's on the roll. Got behind him. Dante Martin ain't doing nothing. And my man Leemoriarty, I'm trying to figure out what is he doing out here. Leemoriarty dealing with Jay Lethal now. So I'm thinking, well, shouldn't Big Shotty Lee be out here? What the heck is Big Shotty Lee? Because ain't he tag team partners with Brock Anderson and Arn Anderson? I'm like, what the clown was going on? This whole matchup was about Moxley, because it seemed like Brian got a couple of moves in, Yuta got a couple of moves in, but this was all about Moxley. It seemed like Moxley was dominating everybody. He beating the snot out of Brock, beating the bricks off of Dante, and beating the bricks off of Leemoriarty. This matchup was basically a one-sided match, because Lee ain't do nothing, Dante didn't do nothing, and Brock didn't do anything. This was all about the Blackpool Combat Club. That's all it was about. This matchup wasn't about. No, it was like these clowns were just out there just to be out there. They was out there just to say, hey, look, you're on television. They're here. We're here. Hi, my name is Leemoriarty. My name is Dante. My name is Brock. We're just here to get jobbed out by the Blackpool Combat Club, and that's exactly what they did. They look like bona fide scrubs to me. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but Leemoriarty, Dante Martin, and Brock look like bona fide scrubs, because this whole thing was about Moxley. It was all Moxley. Moxley dominated this whole match. Brian got a couple of moves in. Yuta got a couple of moves in. This whole matchup was about Moxley. It was about nobody else but Moxley. And they go over, they win. Crowd goes nuts. Hey, that's that, you know. And I know people gonna think I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm just telling the bold-faced truth. This did nothing for Lee. This did nothing for Dante. This did absolutely nothing for Brock. This was all about the Blackpool Combat Club. That's all. That's it. Ain't nothing, you know. So they win the match over. Now we got a now this right here is starting to pique my interest. You got everybody in the Undisputed Elite chilling with Adam Cole, and he's talking with the Bucks, and he's talking with Red Dragon, and they all trying to get back on the same playing field. They trying to get back on the same page, because they all been beat up. Adam has lost twice to Hangman. They lost to FTR. They lost to Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. In other words, they pretty much saying we're losers right now. We need to get back on track and showcase them why we are the Undisputed Elite. So I'm already calling out an open challenge to 5 scrubs. Whoever those scrubs are, we're calling those scrubs out, and we'll meet these scrubs on Dynamite next week. And Adam Cole said, listen, Bucks, I know, like I said, we ain't been seeing eye to eye, but if you guys would roll with us, I'm telling you, everything will be good. I got something to handle. I'll check you cats out. Now, Kyle O'Reilly was saying some stuff. He was trying his best to cut a decent promo. He sounded okay. He sounded all right. You know, and as usual, they was picking on Brandon, telling him to shut up all day, you know, because he the one that was filming or whatever. But this segment did pique my interest, because the name of the game is going on. It's the little subtle beef between the Bucks and Red Dragon. And where does Adam Cole's allegiance lie? We know where his allegiance is. It's with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. You can't even, like, come on now. He brought them boys in. Them boys those is real homies. I know the Young Bucks are our homies, but these homies, he been rolling with these homies for the last 4 years straight, and they dominated NXT. They was NXT. Let's call it for what it is. Adam Cole and Undisputed they ran it. So I'm interested. I'm ready to see what's about to pop off. So we get a excellent video package. This was great. Even my man Singh looked great in this. This was great. Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal, Dut, and Singh talking about everything that's been going on. Dut actually said something that I could agree with. He said he is the greatest professional wrestler to come out of India. He ain't lying about that. Sanjay Dutt wasn't lying about that. Jay Lethal was saying some things about where he felt. He said he wanted to bring the red carpet out for Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe did straight up disrespect him. So now we're going to continue to showcase why we dominated. This is why I got my giant, which is Satnam Singh, and he's going to manhandle you again. Samoa Joe said, all of you guys are losers, every one of you. And you gonna bring this clown? You think this dude gonna do something to me? He ain't doing nothing to me. Like, who you fools think y'all are? Y'all know y'all not doing nothing with me. I'm gonna murder y'all. You bring every clown you got. You bring the Sanjay clown. Bring Singh. Bring Jay. Bring all of them. You're not gonna do anything with me. I'm just telling you right now. Excellent video package. This was great. I like this. This was excellent. I'm telling you. I enjoyed this. This is great. Now we get to this segment. So, the news that everybody was talking about, the groundbreaking news. Tony Schiavone's on stage. He brings out Tony Khan. Tony Khan talks about how he's excited, and everybody knows about New Japan Wrestling. Here's the president of New Japan, and obviously, I don't know if the man can speak English. He probably can. Dude didn't really get a chance to say nothing. So, Tony Khan was talking about we get ready to have this big man show, and it got interrupted by Adam Cole. Adam Cole said, this is my time to shine. This is what I was brought here to do. I'm telling y'all right now, we get ready to have the Forbidden Door. It is a New Japan / AEW Super Show that's taking place right out here at the United Center on June 26th, live on pay-per-view. That's a Sunday. And he's looking forward to letting everybody know that he's still the one that's running the show, something like that. Then he gets interrupted by Jay White, who's been chilling on Impact. So now I'm sitting up and saying, well, is Impact going to be involved in this? Because he's still on Impact. He comes out and he talks about how it's and the fans to talk about what too sweet. They going crazy. You know, they marking out. And he said he can't wait to showcase why it's still his era and all this crazy stuff. And you know what I said? I said, you know what? Is it groundbreaking news? Man, okay. But me, I'm like, okay. All right. It's another pay-per-view. For the people who love New Japan Wrestling, I know y'all marking out. Me, you know what I'm saying? The only reason I knew about New Japan Wrestling was because Kenny Omega and them. That's the only reason. Chris Jericho, when he went over there. That's it. That's all I knew. I ain't really keep up with the stuff. So me, this ain't really groundbreaking news for me. It's not. It's just another show that I'm going to cover. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give an honest take on the show when I look at it. But Tony Khan got from now to, because think about it. This fool trying to, I would have preferred him to tell us more about the Ring of Honor television show, or if he's getting a new streaming service or something. That's what I would have been like, okay, now this is groundbreaking, because now we're going to have more time and more opportunities to showcase the talent that work at Ring of Honor, instead of just focusing so much on trying to get cats to pay more attention to the New Japan scene. And I'm like, it's okay, that's great and all, but I'm like, bro, you need to be focused on when you're going to get this Ring of Honor television deal. Because that's all I'm caring about right now. I told you, I want to see more of Jonathan Gresham. I'm not on the bandwagon. I think dude is a great wrestler. I think so. I believe he's great. You know. But I need to see more of this young man for me to actually get behind him. You see what I'm saying? I keeps it fair when it's concerning the cats that look like me. I don't just jump on the bandwagon automatic. I root for the cats that look like me or favor me or have my skin tone. But I want to get behind them, and I need to have a reason to. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? That's what I need. I don't need to just have cats just randomly wrestling each other. Oh, this black dude on TV or this black girl on TV. For what? You got to give me a reason to care. You had to. You had to. So the fans marked out. They went crazy. Everybody. But like I said, the problem is I knew about this like a week in advance, like 2 weeks in advance. I know cats that was talking about this. Cats was talking about this foolishness like 2 weeks in advance. You had fools on the internet talk about it's a super show with New Japan. I'm like, it's not a surprise. It's not groundbreaking when it's already been broken on the internet. Everybody know about it. This is why I say the internet has killed wrestling. The internet has destroyed wrestling. This is why wrestling ain't at its peak as it used to be, because everybody know what's going to happen ahead of time. Like, let stuff play out, man. I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it. I need to, cats need to just like take their time with it, hold down. Don't tell me nothing. That's why I try my best. I'm glad when I'm not home and I'm not in, in these different groups and all this stuff, and cats say, I don't need to know nothing. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me no spoilers. Don't tell me such and such and such. Let the food show up on TV or let the stuff play out on television. I don't need to know nothing. I don't need to know that, because that's what kills the surprise. There's really no more surprises in wrestling anymore. It's really not. Cats already know everything, like, oh, this dude showing up or this girl showing up. We already know. So I apologize for the people that's probably mad at me for not being that more enthusiastic or excited about this show. I'm just not. When the show happened, I'm watching. I'm going to review it. I'm going to give an honest take on the show. But I'm not jumping for joy like the rest of you clowns. I'm just not doing that. I don't work like that over here. I don't work like that. A lot of y'all work like that. Y'all jump for joy. Anything they do, y'all jump for joy. Not me. You going to have to showcase why this show matters to me. You have to show. Why do you want me to care about this Forbidden Door show? Why? That's just my honest take on the situation. So we move on. I've talked about that. Now, let me go in on this situation. Red is the heel now. She's officially joined together with Kiera Hogan and Miss Jade Cargill, the TBS champion. Do I like this pairing? Yes. But I'm going to be honest with you. Tony Khan basically just threw it together because he really had no other choice to do. And he went based off a TikTok dance that the three of them was doing. They was on Twitter, they was on TikTok, they was on IG, and the three of them was together. Now here's the deal. I know people going to start comparing them because Jade was going off online saying, quit comparing me to every black person out there. And I agree. Because there was fools that was saying all they are is just Sasha, Bianca, and Naomi. That's all Cats was doing. I get it. And I get on Cats cases just like that too. Forget my family. They loud as heck because they going crazy about the boys game. This is what I would have preferred. I wish they would have waited with Red and Kiera, waited till Friday night when she goes up against Marina Shafir. Wait, then have them be the reason why she wins. Now it makes sense. They go, what are these clowns doing out here? Now I know it's already, it's already been spoiled. Everybody know because Rampage was already taken. But I would have waited. I would have waited because obviously they're part of the baddie section because you seen them sitting there last week. What I would have did, I would have waited. I would have waited till we did the match and have them be the reason why she retained, so Cass could have sympathy for Serena, Marina Shafir. But she said, I'm going to see you on Friday. I'm going to destroy you. Bye. See you Friday, female dog. Right to the point, decent promo. But like I said, for me, I wish Tony Khan would have put more forth an effort of why Red and Kiera is with her. Not just up and jumping. Oh, they with her now? Think about this. Look at Yuta. TK gave us a reason to why he's no longer with the best friends. Now he's a part of the Blackpool Club. He put forth an effort telling you the story. That's why we care about Yuta. Do you see what I'm saying? Wake up, IWC. I'm telling you the bold-faced truth. Nobody wants to talk about it because we so caught up on TK doing this and TK doing this, and we accept it. Nuh-uh. I'm not accepting mediocre foolishness over here. I'm not. I watch this stuff and I judge based on what I see, not based on him constantly doing that. He gonna have to show me something. Give me a reason to why Red and Kiera is hanging out with Jade Cargill. Don't just throw them together because, that's the end thing to do. These are three beautiful black women. Let me throw them together because I don't know what to do. I screwed over Red. Red has to be a heel now because I don't know what to do with her. So let me just put her with Jade and let me put Kiera with her because Kiera's never even on television anymore. And let me just do it. Forget all that. Forget it. So we get to the match. Butcher comes out. MJF is chilling in the skybox with that chair swinging bozo Sean Spears. And he said, cut my music. What, y'all expect me to walk down here? The Butcher's going to destroy Warlow. He's going to destroy him. Then Warlow comes out. He comes out with the security clowns. They all surrounding him. He got his handcuffs on. Walks out like a boss. Segment done perfectly. This is what I like. You're making this man, you're giving him the sympathy. He's being basically under control, under his own, he's locked up right now. Basically, that's the name of the game. Now, they took, for me, this is what I thought. I thought they was going to make him wrestle with the handcuffs on. So it would be based on him getting beat up because he can't, what is he going to do? That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Like, okay, they got the handcuffs on him. He's going to be handcuffed throughout the whole match. That's what give Butcher the advantage, right? No, they took the handcuffs off. And the Butcher was like, all right, let's go, boy. I'm going to beat you, boy. All that goofy stuff, right? They had a pretty solid match. Butcher was getting the work in, doing work, but he couldn't really do much with Warlow. Warlow was looking kind of goofy with him. Like, they beating it. They basically just kept bumping into, two big bohemians just bumping into each other. Meanwhile, you got MJF and Sean Spears up there just throwing popcorn on folk, just looking real stupid up there. So, with all the stuff going on, like I say, the security guards looking goofy and all this stuff, Warlow handles the business. He does 4 power bombs or whatever you want, spine buzz, whatever you call it. He did 4 of those things. He just kept boom, boom, one after another. And the audience had marked out. They went crazy for it. He gets the match, 1, 2, 3. And MJF is still upset. He's mad. He's ticked off. He's like, what do I have to do to put this big bohemian down? I got to do something. Hey, that's it. Name of the game is keep making Warlow look great. That's it. Now, I got a problem with his next opponent. I really do. And I'll tell you why I got a problem with it as we move forward. So Warlow wins. Talked about that. They're going crazy. So he had to put the security up. He had to put the handcuffs back on. Made the black security dude fall out scared and everything. But man, we get a video package promo. Eddie Kingston on what he's going to do to Garcia on Rampage. So apparently everybody in their cliques are banned. The JA, the S Society are banned from ringside. Proud and Powerful, banned from ringside. He said, whatever I plan on doing to Garcia, this is for you, Jericho. I'm going to mess him up and send him back to Buffalo, and they won't even be able to recognize him. Perfect. Eddie Kingston is one of the best promos in AEW. Eddie Kingston is an excellent promo. That's why I say AEW with their promo class, you already know the top clowns that's the ones that's running the class. Him, Jericho, Jake the Snake Roberts. You might as well throw MJF in that class too, because these cats know what they're doing. They know how to talk. They know how to talk. If you want to put CM Punk up there, if you want to put Arn Anderson, these are the coaches. These are the coaches that will help cats learn how to cut a decent promo. That's the name of the game. It's all about promo work. Can you talk? Can you talk? Can you talk? That's the name of the game. Now this matchup, this is a Owen Hart qualifier match. Kyle O'Reilly versus one half of the AEW Tag Team Champions. Now, I got a problem with champions in non-title matches because it's kind of a no-win situation. Now, people going to say, well, y'all be complaining every time WWE do it. That's because WWE does it every week. WWE, that's all they know. They don't know nothing else. They really don't. And the problem is they choose not to. This is why the brand split must die. They must bring everybody together so we can get different matchups. You don't have to have the freaking same matchup every week on Raw, every week on SmackDown. It's stupid. But you got clowns in the IWC that's going to say that that's excellent TV, which is a bold-faced lie. Bold-faced, man. I'm going to be 1,000% with y'all. Kyle O'Reilly carried this match. Jungle Boy is a decent wrestler, but watch it because it's a singles match. I told you. Singles matches, you get to pay close attention to how cats go. Kyle O'Reilly carried the mess out of Jungle Boy. He carried him. And that's kind of why the audience kind of was low for this matchup. They kind of was like, dang. Now, Kyle O'Reilly won. Obviously, you knew he was going to win. So he moves on. Christian comes walking out, and Jungle Boy looks at him, and he apologizes to him, and he hugs him, and they walk off. Time is coming. Christian, whoever they plan on losing those tag team titles to, Christian's going to be the reason why. Now, for me, the most over thing about Jurassic Express is their theme song. Tarzan Boy is one of the coldest pop songs to ever come out in the 80s. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling you, the video funny as heck, but the song itself is an iconic song. It's very iconic. I done lost count all the different movies that had it on the soundtrack. I know the late, I can't think of his name. Farley. His last name is Farley. You know what I'm talking about. He used to be on Saturday Night Live. His movie, where he was the ninja, Beverly Hills Ninja, something like that, it was in that movie. Where I remember, it was from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 movie that came out in 1993. But I didn't watch the movie until like 96, 97, or 98, whatever. Because I saw it on VHS, the tape. That's when I first heard the song. And like I said, it's been banger ever since. So the fact that Tony Khan was able to get that song for the theme song, great. That's the most over thing about Jurassic Express. Luchasaurus is over, but I think the thing about Jurassic Express is the injuries that held them back, so you had to constantly just push Jungle Boy, and you couldn't really push Lucha because he was hurting with that hamstring situation. I think they were supposed to be like one of the first tag teams to win them. Like, I think they probably were supposed to take the titles off of well, actually no, they didn't take. Let's see, who was second? Oh, Kenny Omega and Heyman was second because they beat SCU for the title. SCU was first. I think they were supposed to be in that mix-up back then, but since he had hurt his hamstring, that's kind of what pushed them back. Now, like I said, right now, I think the most over thing about Jurassic Express is their theme song. This is no knock against Jurassic Express. I like Jurassic Express, but the most over thing about them is their theme song. That's it. So Colorado moves on. So that's that. Talked about that. So now, MJF is talking about Butcher didn't get the job done. Him and okay. So Alice Marvin said, "Well, it looks like you didn't get the job done." He said, and he was about to steal off him. He said, "You crazy old man, you goofy clown." And then Sean Spears had told him the same thing. He said, "Yeah, you need to shut up and all this crazy stuff." So he said, because Butcher didn't get the job done, I got somebody else to step in. And that's when Jake the Snake Roberts popped up out the woodwork. And when Jake popped up, I said to myself, why? My man Lance Archer has basically been putting everybody over. And it just feels like they really don't have anything to get him ready to where they want to push him or what they want to do with him. Lance Archer, I'm a huge fan of Lance Archer. I've been liking Lance Archer ever since the Cody Rhodes stuff, when he was doing with Cody Rhodes and everything. But it just feels like every time I see my dude, every time I see him, they're doing nothing with him. And it's like, bro, what are y'all going to do with him? And so when I seen Jake walk up and MJF gave him the money, I said, dog, Warlord got to beat the brakes off of him too. So then Lance walked up, pushed the camera out the way and said, I ain't caring about the money. All I care about is destroying Warlord. And if anybody gets in my way, everybody dies. Lance Archer, man, I'm like, dog, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, some of y'all might think I'm tripping, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, it was solid promo. But I'm tired of seeing my guy lose. I'm tired of it, man. It's like, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do? So, we get Hook versus Anthony Henry. So, Hook is making his AEW Dynamite debut wrestling. He's only been wrestling on Rampage. He has not wrestled in front of the Dynamite audience yet. This Anthony Henry cat, don't know who he was. Obviously, he must have been a hometown hero. He must have been from Pittsburgh. Hook destroyed him like 1, 2, 3. And during the match, that's when Dan House the Clown popped up out the woodwork. And now Pittsburgh fans, they love Dan House because they pop for him. I told you, he's gonna have to win me over in the ring because I'm just not on. I'm not on this bandwagon. To me, just some goofy looking clown just to pop out and look silly, and do this. I'm not on the bandwagon. I'm not. I refuse to be on the band. He's gonna have to show me in the ring. Hook manhandles this cat, beats the brakes off of him. Danhausen hops on the mic and said, "I had enough. I tried everything. I tried to curse you and all this. So now let me face you. You face me and wrestle me. Now the question is, where do you do this match? Do you save this match for the pay-per-view? When do you do it? If you really want to get cats behind Danhausen, I think you hold this off until Double or Nothing. What do? You have Danhausen start wrestling other cats. Start getting him ready. You continue to have Hook. Matter of fact, if you want Hook to start talking, Hook could say, you know what? No, I don't want to wrestle you because all you are a clown. Why should I even bother wrestling you? Your behind been all up in my business ever since I came back. You've been in my matches, popping up out the woodwork, and I'm like, I shouldn't even have to waste my time wrestling your clown behind. You take your clown behind back to the circus because that's where you belong. You are nothing more than a circus clown. That's all you are. I shouldn't wrestle you. So what they need to do is build off of that. Yeah, continue having Hook face other cats. If you want that clown to constantly keep showing up, maybe this is the case. Maybe he's the reason Hook loses his first match. So then, there you have it. Now you can, but keep them separate. I don't want them wrestling them right now. You want to get Danhausen to a place where he belongs on the pay-per-view. Because to me, he's just a clown. That's all he is. But just keep them away from each other. When I mean keep them away, I'm talking about wrestling. I don't need to see them wrestling right now. But you can continue to have Dan constantly keep popping up in Hook's matches, and it's going to tick him off because he said, I'm not going to wrestle him. I don't want him. But he's like, oh, I'm going to get you to wrestle me. I'm going to get you. I'm going to keep showing up in your matches, and somewhere down the line, it's going to do something, and it's going to cause you to lose your first match. But obviously what they doing what they feel is right. This is what they want to do. I'm like this. Danhausen going to have to show me something in the ring. I'm giving you an honest critique on this dude. To me, he ain't no more circus clown. That's it. So, but the crowd popped. Pittsburgh popped for Danhausen. They popped for him. Maybe he must be from Pittsburgh. I don't know. But they popped for him. That's all. Tony Schiavone is in the back. And he's with Scorpion Scott and Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian. We know they used to be tag team partners in SCU. Now I'm saying to myself, Tony Khan, you could have had something. If you wanted to push Sky as a heel back from the jump, you could have had something. But the fact that they didn't do anything, they didn't do nothing. Now we all back here. Sky's being pushed as a babyface right now because of the screw job that took place at Battle of the Belts on Saturday night. He told Cass, listen, man, you've done everything for me, man. You've been doing so many different favors, man. And I know I told you, I promised you that you would get the first shot. Do this one more thing, man. Be at my side for this matchup. You be at my side, and I promise you, I win that championship back, you will get the first shot. Kazarian looked like he really didn't want to agree to it because he said, man, you know I always had your back, man. I've always had your back, man. You my guy. You know, obviously, it's something that's going to take place. Something is about to drop off. Now, next week, they already announced we're getting the rematch, and I'm going to talk about the situation because it's right after this video package with Thunder Rosa. I don't think they should be having a ladder match, and I'll get to that. But I think something's going to happen. It's going to cause Sky and Kazarian to start beefing. Something. Thunder Rosa cuts a video package. She said, I took care of the trash known as Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose thought I was just some kind of stepping stone. Well, I'm here to prove why I'm the best AEW Women's Champion out there. And I'm going to wrestle everybody and their mama until somebody takes me down. Now, let me tell you something. I'm ready for Double or Nothing. So she already said, one down, let's keep it going. At this point, you start building up whoever is going to take that championship off of her. You continue to have her beat whoever she needs to beat, but you also need to be building up the next heel or babyface to take the championship because at this point, it looked like We getting ready to get CM Punk and Hangman. Both of them is baby faces. So whatever Tony Khan plan on doing, it is time. She said it. She said no more playing games no more. No more playing games. The games are out. This is time to put the AEW Women's Champion, the AEW Women's Division on the map. It's time. She was serious as heck. Tony Khan, you are on notice, sir. You are on notice with this women's division. Now, Sammy and Tay is already out there. Crowd is booing the mess out of them. Let me tell y'all something. They look like a reject Edge and Lita. That's what they look like. They look like a reject Edge and Lita. Talk about I'm now a 3-time AEW TNT champion. People can cry. You can be mad. All of this. I got love in my life right here. Scorpion Sky, y'all nothing. Sure enough, that's when Sky walks out. He talk about I'm gonna get you again. You screwed me and all this, just babbling off. He sound pretty dope. Then Ethan Page hopped on the mic. He said what he had to say. He sound very good. Then Dan Lambert said what he said. Called him Dynamite Dan. Excellent promo, good promo. But they gonna have the match. It's supposed to be a ladder match. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they starting to make I told you, you don't have to bring the match out when it calls for it. Don't do it just to do it. Because that's what it seems like Tony Khan just do. He just be doing stuff just to be doing stuff. I'm like, bro, when you constantly doing matches over and over and over and over, it kills the luster of that match. You really don't care about it no more. And then they also, too, Sammy and them, Dan Lambert said, let us get that mixed tag team match. So apparently it's going to be Paige Van Lett and one of them versus the two of them. I don't know when that match is going to take place. Maybe it takes place on Rampage. I don't know. But, like I said, you don't have to constantly keep doing, gimmick matches just because you want to do it. Like, no. Like, let that stuff chill. Like, let it chill. You ain't got to keep constantly bringing it back. Like, let it chill out. Bring it back when it's called for. But you know who winning. You know Scorpion Sky not getting that championship back. You might as well just get ready for Sammy and Tay to run wild with this third TNT title run. Hopefully TK makes it presentable, because as of right now, I honestly can tell you, I absolutely don't give a rat's behind about the TNT champion right now. Don't care about it. Tony Khan going to have to revamp it, make us give it care, because for somebody like me, I just don't give a rat's behind about it. I just don't. So that's that segment. So then we get a video package from the Freemason boys, House of Black. Brody King pops up, says some things. Matthews pops up. Buddy Matthews says some things. And then the man himself, Malachi Black, he pops up. Don't know who the clown they talking about. I really don't. They were just talking about they finna start terrorizing everybody, and everybody gonna realize they're gonna be in the black and all this crazy stuff. And listen, they look clean in their suits. I give them that. Look clean, but what are they talking about? Don't know. They just talking. Just be talking. Gotta get some care. So, we get. You know what? I thought that was her, but I didn't realize who that was. Used to be known as Vanessa Bourne. She is now going by the name Danielle Camilla. She has to play heel because we were in Pittsburgh, and y'all already know that's DMD County. Britt comes out the babyface tongue. Now, here's the deal. Once again, Tony Khan has to figure out now, obviously she was in Pittsburgh, so you know she gonna get the babyface pop. You already know. But I kind of wish that Tony Khan was getting us already there weeks in advance before she came back. I wish they was kind of letting us know that Britt is about to turn babyface. It's obviously right there. And he had no choice because they in DMD County. That's Pittsburgh. So after she came out, Britt comes out with two of the Pittsburgh football players. She comes out with Rajay Harris and I forgot the other dude name, the one with sunglasses. So they got the terrible towels. The crowd they're going 8. They're going completely 8. Britt is over like a mug. This was on Owen Hart qualification match to get in the women's tournament. Camilla, she did her role. She did what she had to do. She had to play the heel role. Britt manhandled him, and she got the glove from one of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Put the Pittsburgh glove on. She did the submission move. Match over with. So then she hops on the mic, and she talks about how the division was utter garbage when she wasn't around. I'm gonna say that's 50-50. She's 50% right and 50% wrong. Then she talked about Red Velvet, how she beat her behind, and then she said her and Kiera had no other choice but to be joined Jade Cargill's baddie section, as if that's a bad thing. Britt Baker had to watch herself when she was cutting that promo, because she was about to say some stuff about Jade that she knew that if she would have said what she said, Cass would have been on her helmet. Let's just call it for what it is. Because you know dang well Jade ain't ugly. She not. So she had to watch what because she's still playing the heel role, but right now when she was in Pittsburgh, she the babyface. So she said what she said, talk about how she gonna win the Owen Hart Cup females tournament, all this bull jab. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, no, she not. She's just talking out the side of her mouth. She not winning. But she had to watch what she had to say. I said, okay, girl, like, what you gonna say? Like, you trying to call Jade and them ugly? You trying to call Red ugly? Because you know dang well they not. Like, she had to watch what, I'm like, watch what you say about them. Watch what the heck you say. Watch. I don't, I know you trying your best to come up with something, because obviously she really had to think for a second. Because she kind of was stumbling over something, like, yeah, if I say the wrong thing, Cat's going to be on my, yeah, of course they would. Of course, Cats would have been on your helmet. But it is what it is, man. So, she got on the mic. So, right after that, we get a video package between Serena and Sheeta. These women by far have had the best feud for the women out of, and the crazy part is it's not for the title. Let that sink in. It's not for the AEW Women's Championship, but they've had the best feud for the women in AEW history. I'm calling for right now. Serena beating on that doggone big wheel. She got the sledgehammer, just pounded it, and then Sheeta working out with her Kindle stick. They said, this is it. This is for all the marbles. I'm done. I'm going to end your career. This is a wrap. We're going to have ourselves a Philly street fight. Serena's losing this. They going to tear each other up. I expect blood. It's a Philly street fight. These women are going to be beat. And I know a lot of fools going to say, well, you don't have, listen, it's a Philly street fight. It calls for it. AEW love their blood. They love it. They're going to do it. Next week in Dynamite, these women are going to tear each other up, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. I want to see this. So now we get to the main event, coffin match. Andrade versus Mr. Darby Allin. This basically was everybody in the moment involved. From Isaiah to the Blade. Then you had the dude sitting in the audience with a fake Sting mask on. Turns out that was Sting. He started beating them up. Jose called himself trying to get involved. The wrong man won. The wrong man won. Darby is so freaking protected, it don't even make no sense. Meanwhile, what the clown are you doing with Andrade? What in the world are you doing with Andrade? I'm asking a serious question. My man feel like he just been in mid-card territory and is doing absolutely nothing. He's doing nothing. Hanging out with a bunch of jobbers that ain't going nowhere. This match called for Andrade to go over. I don't care what nobody got to say. It called for Andrade to win. Darby's so freaking protected, it don't make no sense. You don't have to always protect Darby. He's already over. He's over, man. The man should have lost this match. It made no sense. It made no sense for Darby to win this match. None whatsoever. And during this matchup, we got a whole lot of matches that's about to happen. We get ready to get FTR going against each other for the Owen Hart thing, and I really don't like that because I'm asking myself, why are we putting tag teams going against each other? Like, why? And the problem is, a lot of people don't know who going over. I think Dax is, but knowing Dax, he'll probably put Cash over. But I don't know. I just don't know. That's why I was like, I really don't know. I don't know. But that's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe y'all feel, obviously the match is going to be good, but, it is what it is. So back to this match. So like I said, chaos going on. Butcher Blade getting jumped. And Marquand getting jumped by Sting. And then, like I said, Jose come out there. He called himself trying to do something. Andrade had this match won, but trying to break the coffin door and just being silly, man. I'm like, man, Andrade should have won. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He should have won. He should have won, man. He really should have won. It's not rocket science. It's really not. They decided to go this route because they want to constantly let you know Darby's our guy and wanted to keep no, man, Andrade should have won. Andrade should have won. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So what do? Where do we go from here? Where do we go? Where the heck do we go? Andrade has been defeated over and over again by Darby Allin. Darby Allin owns Andrade. He owns that man. It's like they really don't what do we do now? The feud should be over with, to be honest with you. Everybody should move on to something else. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know what they're going to do with this. I don't know what they're doing with Andrade. I don't know what they're doing with Darby moving forward. I just don't know. I said main event was alright. It was okay. I've seen better coffee matches. The wrong man won. I'm telling you right now. Oh, let me go ahead and talk about it. So it was some stuff that happened in the IWC. Kushida, who used to be in WWE NXT, he walked out. Vince wasn't doing nothing with him. Triple H tried. They gave him the Cruiserweight Championship. You already know. You know how they get down over there. I don't have to go into details. Y'all know how they get down over there. Let's just call it for what it is. So the man's a free man. I guess he's going back to New Japan, I guess. WWE wants FTR back. This just goes to show you that Vince is not interested in making stars. He would prefer AEW to do all the work, so all you can do is just call him back. AEW made Cody. Cody goes back to WWE. Tony Khan never did all the work. FTR is looking like major stars right now. Vince want them back now. He had them dressing up like clowns. Now he wants them back. Vince and them is not in the game of making new stars. I'm just telling you right now, they're not. Lazy. You put forth an effort in one or maybe two, and the rest of the show is a joke. Now, I saw that my main man, Austin Theory, won the U.S. Championship. At this point, Vince better book him to the moon. He better book him correctly. Because if he loses his first match as a U.S. champion, what's the point of putting the title on him? You could have just left it on doggone Finn Balor just to lose every day. Because in WWE land, that's the place where champions lose every day. Championships don't mean nothing. If your name is Roman Reigns, championships in WWE don't mean a goddamn thing. They don't mean anything. It's a waste of time. A waste. Is there anything else that I need to cover? Because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah. That's it. It's my honest review. Like I said, the show was in the middle. Hopefully Rampage is better. But like I said, man, watching this stuff, I'm finding myself, I'm like I said, when AEW first started, I was like this because AEW brought me back to how I used to feel back in the day. Fast forward to where we are 3 years into it. I'm like this. I expect more from Tony Khan. I expect him to give us bangers week in, week out. He is allowed to have a lackluster episode every 3 months. Every 3 months. You supposedly keep cats interested in what you're putting on TV. If you putting bull crap on TV, ain't nobody gonna watch it. If you put stuff on television that don't make absolutely no sense, what's the point of turning it into? It's like I should do the same thing like how I do WWE. Don't pay no attention to it. Just look at some things on Twitter about what's going on. Listen to a cat review on the show or whatever. But Tony Khan, you got to step it up, man. You got to step it up. I'm not playing no more. You got to step it up. Like I said, the show, it has some. I told you the positives from the show, but this show had way too many negatives. It had way too many negatives. And this is Dynamite. Dynamite is, like I said, sometimes Dynamite is a hit and miss. Dynamite be like this, then it just dropped right back down. And I know a lot of people was very enthusiastic in this Forbidden Door show. I'm like this. Build it up. You build it up, maybe I'll get excited for the show. But I'm not jumping. I'm not jawing at the bit. I'm not. I knew it wasn't going to be no groundbreaking news. I already knew it because cats was already telling me about this stuff. Cats that I know cats in Tony Khan's circle. They know cats. So they tell cats that I know the stuff ahead of time. So I already know about it. So I'm like, am I supposed to jump for joy? No. I'm not. So this is my honest review. I will see you cats Friday night, Saturday morning, whenever the time is. Hopefully Rampage is better. You know what to do. Hit the comment section up. New to the channel, feel free to subscribe. You know I come over here, I give you the real. While other people going to shield out for the show, I'm going to give you the honest to bold-faced truth about the show. Whether the show was good or whether they can make a lot of improvements. And yes, it's a lot of improvements that should take place. A lot. Picture-in-picture gotta die. I hate picture-in-picture. Excalibur loves it. He thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. Picture-in-picture is terrible. It is one of the worst decisions ever created for a TV show, period. Sometimes they would do it in the sports arena. But when I say sports, I'm talking about basketball, football, etc. Baseball. Picture-in-picture for wrestling is garbage. Hot garbage. I don't care what nobody can say. It's just trash. But like I said, Tony Khan, you gotta do better, man. You got to do better. Like I said, certain things I'm interested in, the other stuff I'm like, it's just on the show to be on the show. Get us together. Get us together. Anyway, this is your boy Caseyville. I will talk to y'all cats later. I'll let you boy.